Well, hello guys, my name is Nick and welcome to day 1 of Fort Week. Yes, 7 days, 7 forts, and this time I'm probably going to succeed, hopefully. Today, the fort pickup from Matchbox, this beautiful weather sample, is going to get a makeover. But before we start, first this. If you want your chance to win this beautiful Ford Escort RS Cosworth, go to the video in the description down below or on the top right of the screen right now, after watching this video of course. Hey, so let's take a look at this car. It's red and it still has the grille intact, which is, well, by my experience, pretty rare. Almost every car I have, almost every Ford pickup has the grille bent, broken, missing. It's horrible, but this one is still intact, so it's time to make this look good again, I guess. So first of all, we need to drill out the rivet. So I take my handy dandy drill and drill out the back rivet. After the rivet is drilled out, it took a couple of attempts because my drill just walked away for some reason. I take my handy dandy screwdriver, pry open the base, and it just releases like that. Snap! The front has been held in by a little tab that has been held in by the front grille. Next we take out the interior, and last but not least we take out the glass. Now next step is to release the front grille. It's been held in by 2 plastic rivets, and you can see one has already been broken in the past, so I don't think it would have taken long for this drill to also snap off. Again, take my drill, drill out the plastic rivet, and the grille just releases. Next, I inspect the model for some damage, but it's pretty good, and it can go off to the Sandblasters. But first, let's do the base. Now, I messed up a little bit right here, you can see it right there. By trying to take out the wheels of the axles, I snapped off the spring. No worries, I have a lot of those springs left in my parts bin, so I'm just going to replace that with a spring that I still had laying around. Now the Sandblasters, my favorite step of every restoration. Just put it in, and about 1 minute later, the paint is gone. Each like magic, but you still have to work for it. And speeding it up, because this will, you don't want to watch me sandblast for an entire minute, I guess. So when the paint is all removed, I go on to the next step. So, next step is the primer step. Now for primer, I'm using a fine surface primer by Tamiya. Just shake up the can and get 3 coats on the model, leaving between 20 to 25, well actually 15 to 20 minutes to dry between coats to get an even and nice finish. The last coat is going to be a little bit thicker, so we get the best effect. And also don't forget to paint the inside, because through the windshield you can see some details of the inside of that car. Next, for color, I decided to go with the original red. Well, it's a little bit lighter than the original red, but the red just really suits this model. So let's go for it again. 3 coats in total, leaving between 15 to 20 minutes to dry between coats. Also, don't forget to paint the bed. It's kind of tricky to paint the bed on these models, because if you want to do it right the first time, you're probably going to overspray it quite a lot. The paint is going to run and you're going to cry yourself to sleep. Not that I'm doing that. So after the red is applied, I'll leave it to dry, and then let's go on to the next step of this restoration. So next, I actually recorded a couple steps, I guess, a couple paint steps. So this is me painting in the bed. And then next I inspect the model. As you can see, there were a little bit of rough edges on the model, so I took a bit of sanding paper and sanded them back to the primer layer, so every imperfection is going to be gone from this car. When I painted it, the top and the bonnet were pretty rough, so this is just the way to make it as good as I can possibly get it. Next we have the grille and the base. Well, the base used to originally be green, but I don't want a green base on my Ford pickup. So I use a piece of sanding paper to sand off all the dirt from the grille and clean it with my little toothbrush. And then I take my silver house paint and paint them silver. and they look so good, if I do say so myself. Next, the wheels and axles. You can see the axle is quite bent. So first step is to take out the fluff that has been building over the last 30 or 40 years. Then take my little tweezers and just bend the axle back into a straight line, like it's supposed to be. What else? Next, let's take my silverish, chromish, paintish, and take my toothpick and paint in the wheels and, well, not the axles, just the rims. So they go from black to this magnificent looking silver chromish, like they are things supposed to be. When that dries out, I'm not going to bore you by showing you all 4 rims, obviously. So when the first one is done, I just take the other 3 and time-lapse them, painting them in real. No, I'm actually, that's just my normal speed. I'm just that quick. It's incredible. So when all the 4 rims are chromish, painted, and that paint dried, I take my black paint. I just for a matte black this time. Take my paintbrush and actually paint in the tires itself from the outside and on the well, tire sides. That didn't really make sense, did it? Oh well, now we have time to speak. Please, my question of the day, how old are you guys? Because when I go to my statistics, most of you are 50 plus, and I don't believe I'm the youngest one right here, with me being 23. So please let me know in the comment section down below how old you are, and well, that's it. That's my question of the day. Next, let's see. I took another spring from my parts bin and stuck the other one, the broken one, into the air. Not sure where that went, probably behind my workbench. Then take my toothbrush, take my hot soapy water, and well, clean the interior. It was quite dusty, so it needed a clean, but it's still nice and white, like it's really supposed to be. It's not discolored like some interiors of cars get. Then let that dry out. Next, I take my drill and my polishing bit, dip it in the polishing compound, and just polish the windshield. Also doing a time lapse because you don't want to see me polish for another 2 minutes. Polish the front windshield and the rear windshield, and it looks like a new windshield again. So after that, it's time for the reassembly. The most I love this part, just to see them all come back together. First, let's take my painted wheels and axles and snap them into the new, well, the replacement spring. These just snap right in. Now, normally the spring is held in by rivets, but obviously I had to drill them out to take out the old spring. So I take some glue. Some of my Gorilla, not Gorilla glue, it's really strong glue. I already stuck my fingers together in a previous video. Well, yeah, that wasn't my my brightest day. So I take the base plate, snap in the wheels, axles, and the spring in the proper position, and then take a little bit of glue to glue them back into place, and then leave them to dry for about, well, 1 or 2 minutes, because this stuff literally dries in seconds, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't stuck my fingers to it again. So when this dries after about 1.5 or 2 minutes, I'm not sure how long I waited, I go on to the next step, and that is to go with the body. Then the grills go back into place, snap them back in, and again, because they were plastic rivets, I have to use super glue to glue the grill back into place. First, make sure that I didn't bend the little metal piece where the grill goes in, because otherwise the grill wouldn't look good. Just wouldn't really fit, I guess. So take my glue again and glue the grill into place. After that dries, I take the front windshield, drop it a couple times because, well, that's just me. Place the windshield back into the model. Place the interior, and last but not least, stick in the front of the base and snap in the rear. Now, normally I would drill out the rear rivet and screw in a self-tapping screw, but because the load bed doesn't, you cannot, if you go to drilling in the post, you're going to just go straight through the load bed, so I had to use super glue to glue this model back together. Now let's take a look at it before the restoration, when it was still red, the wheels were just scratched up, and the base, well, it was green. I'm not sure why Matchbox ever would make the grill green, but oh well. And let's take a look at it after the restoration. When it's nice and red, it has a silver grill, silver base, a nice white interior, and chromed out, pimped out wheels. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you in a future video. Bye.